Another day, another vlog, another motel. I'm in Garberville tonight, which is about 75 miles south of Eureka. It was a lovely day for riding, not a cloud in the sky, warm, and a northern breeze to my back, which pushed me along. And I cycled through lots of redwood forests today. I interspersed them with the Highway 101, which was a 4-lane highway with a big shoulder on it. Not very much traffic on it, very quiet in fact. And it was a good ride all the way. So Garberville is interesting because Garberville is at the centre of what's called the Emerald Triangle, which is 3 counties up in Northern California where there's a big marijuana trade. Now, cycling through, I've noticed that there's lots of what I call indigents, hobos, men of the road, tramps or whatever. Mostly men, and they're by the sides of the road, walking by the sides of the road, camping by the sides of the road, looking dishevelled, you know, unkempt hair, backpacks, anoraks wrapped around their waists. I mean, they look a mess really, and there's a whole kind of little subsection of society in this bit of the world, I think, which attracts those kinds of people, the homeless and the indigent, because the weather is generally very mild and pleasant, so they come here. But then, coming into this bit of the world, I noticed that quite a few young people who sort of look unkempt and you know, matted hair and you know, dirty clothes and things like that. And I wonder, well, what are they up to? So I asked a couple of questions around, and they're called the Trimmigans, because they come here apparently to go out way into the woods, into the hills and the mountains and the forests to trim the marijuana plants. There's a whole big industry going on here. I think it's legal in California. You don't see as many of those cannabis shops as you saw in places like Oregon and Washington, but apparently it's legal here, I think. And certainly as you go along, I mean, you know, the pungent smell of marijuana being smoked is always with you, even in this motel. The first room the guy showed me to, I just said, I'm not staying here. It smells as if somebody's been smoking, and they've not been smoking cigarettes, they've been smoking marijuana. And he said, yeah, you're right, there were a couple in here last night who were doing that. So I got a different room which smells a lot better. I've been down and had something to eat, had a beer or two, done my washing. You might want to see it there on the railing. It's been drying out, and hopefully it'll be ready for me for tomorrow. So I'm going to move on tomorrow, on down to, actually I don't know where, but you know, I'll do 65, 70, 75 miles if I possibly can, and certainly if the weather's nice and the wind's on my back, I'll be able to do that fairly easily. I don't really want to do too much more because I end up getting into places, you know, just as it's getting dark, and that's not great. I should really have camped tonight, but I couldn't find a campsite close to the services that I need, namely somewhere to get something to eat, to be honest with you. So it's a motel again, but I will start to camp as the weather continues to be fine. They say that it's going to be okay for the next couple of weeks, so that's all good news, isn't it? I've apologised to Barry for forgetting his name, and to Jimmy for mixing him up with his twin. So I think all is settled there, and there's peace on all fronts, and the riding is good, and there's lots of interesting things to see around here. Just I pick them all up, notice what's going on and different types of people, and it's just very interesting. Whole different culture really. I mean, all these people would be in prison back home in talk with the police, but here all this marijuana stuff, cannabis, nobody seems to care, and it's very prevalent culture in this bit of the world. Catch up with you tomorrow. Bye.